In finding a good location for Zoku, we knew that in big cities there are not too many greenfield sites where you can build new. This street has been voted the ugliest street of Amsterdam. This is the entrance of Zoku. It's an existing building. As you can see, it's big. It used to be an office building. It's about 16,000 square meters. The residents, if they stay here for a longer time, they can have here the meal.
How long do people stay? How long?
So people stay here between 1 night and 3 months.
This is not a hotel, and we do not want to be labeled as a hotel. It's like a home and an office.
Yes, we always knew that we wanted to create something with an urban green on top. We didn't know that it was going to look like this, and it was kind of the building that dictated that this was going to be like it was. The existing building had an elevator shaft over there. We needed to bring the elevator to the 6th floor. And then there was existing building over there. So we kind of had something to bridge. And the municipality didn't allow us to put extra square meters here. So we said to the municipality, can we create like a dry walk, an urban green here, a glass house, to facilitate walking from the elevator to our public areas. And together with the municipality, we then created this urban green outside. We think that everybody has a certain lifestyle, and if you are in a different city for a week or even more, it is always difficult to maintain your lifestyle. So we think that health and green is an important part of Zoku.
When you design this, the experience of the space is super important. Huh? It should feel like your home.
When people travel for work, most of the times it's kind of a lonely experience. And therefore we decided to put long communal tables people can meet.
Yeah, this is the sharing one. So then you have like...
I think we're one of the first hotels in the world that have a community manager on the payroll. And their only job is to connect the residents.
Hey sir, are you holding?
Zoku is a Japanese word. It means family, tribe or clan, and it was used in the 70s to describe that people with the same background, they started to live together.
We go to loft 315. Loft 315 is here.
Okay.
I stayed for work in quite a lot of hotels, and I found like 99% were the same. When you come in, you got your bathroom to the left, you got your trouser press to the right, there you got your bed.
So this is a standard loft. The room size of the loft is 25 square meters. And what we basically did is we kind of stacked all the functions on each other, just like Tetris. So that makes it super flexible to fit in existing buildings like this. And at the same time, it is super handy. So by doing this, we created another 7 square meters in here. So when you sit here, you sit in your bedroom. So you got a full king-size bed, space to put your stuff. And the ideal thing of the loft is that if you don't want, you can close off kind of the bedroom part and use the loft for whatever you want. I mean, you can have business meetings here. We used basically every cubic centimeter of the loft. Close it. For example, you got here like a big area to put all your clothes. We got a little drawer here. We got your safe down here. Another drawer here. So you really can put all your stuff. This is a fully equipped kitchen with a 2-pit stove, exhaust here, combi oven here. We got a full refrigerator. As Zoku is designed for people who stay longer, you need more space to store your stuff than in a regular hotel. So therefore we put a lot of closets in there. So here's, for example, a closet where we got everything for the kitchen. Here's a closet to put your big stuff in. But also you can store your bike in here.
Really? You bring it upstairs, that's okay.
This is Amsterdam, eh? Here we got the bathroom. And in the bathroom we decided to make the shower area and the toilet area separated. Okay. So if you have your business meeting, you can close this off and you can still have a normal toilet. You open it again and here you got your very spacious shower. And in the shower, so also here you got stuff to put all your little stuff in. We also thought about these little details, because we have a laundrette downstairs. We have a little place where you can hang your stuff, to dry.
Wow. And a little bit of writing on the wall.
Yeah.
You feel like you need to remind people.
Here we got dimmer. We decided in the loft not to put too much technology in there. A regular switch. This is dimmable, but you just turn it, right? And not something on iPad or so. This is not like you push something on an app or whatever.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
this should feel like home. And this feels like home.
So this is the entrance to the Zoku XL, the slightly bigger version. Again, the same system. We put all the functionalities, we stack them together like a Tetris system. In this loft, the setup is slightly different, because here we got the kitchen like in this direction. We got all the M&E, like the airco, the heating, etc. above the kitchen. And this one, obviously, if you want a little workout. Awesome.
It should feel like your home with all the little details, with these little things, a few books that you may like, this thing.
Hot water bottle, right?
Yeah, hot water bottle, yeah, hot water bottle. In the bigger one, the XL version, the bed is in this direction, so that also, but it's also a 180 to 210 bed. And here you got also the spatial experience with extra space over there. And you can put your stuff over there. Chargers, obviously USB charging. We got place over there to put an extra TV. But then again, from research we found that a lot of people have their own device.
99.9% of the hotel rooms and studios, they have the bed in the middle. Right? That is the focal point. And at Zoku, we wanted to have the kitchen table in the middle. This is like a sketch paper. So this is something that you can use as a tablecloth, but also as a sketching paper.
I've spent quite some time also in hotel rooms, also for projects, etc. But you can never invite your colleagues to your hotel room, because then you sit on the bed or you have this little desk where you just can't work on. So it really is a hybrid between a home and an office, but then with hotel services.
This is what we call the co-working area, where you see people working on long communal tables, where you got your printer. And even we got a 3D printer. If you're staying here for 2 or 3 weeks and the button of your shirt drops off, you can go online, you get your button, you print it here and put it back on. Cutting board that you can print, you can use everything, and it's all included in the price. So we got some workshop rooms here. So if you need a table, you just grab the table from the wall and you build it yourself. Sometimes people just want a more creative place to work. We spent 5 to 6 years really getting all the details right. We started by doing 150 interviews with people from the target audience.
From the research that we did, we hear from them that if they stay in a self-catered apartment, they lack the social space, they lack contact with people. And this is what we create upstairs. And when you are upstairs, you see people working, you see people chatting, chilling, etc. They don't want to be in their own space, but they want to have people around them.
Of course, we focus on a lot of long-term residents, so we want to make sure that we also create this community upstairs to make sure that people feel at home. So what we try to do is to mingle with the guests, with the residents, and to make sure also that they come upstairs to increase this community feeling. And what we try to do is that whenever they enter the living kitchen, is that we just say, hey, Mike, you're from Canada and he's from China, and do you mind sitting together? Or do you mind, if somebody's just sitting by themselves, do you mind sitting with the chef? Mainly it's solely travelers, so expats, global nomads, we call it nowadays, it's a fancy word. And it's quite hard to make sure that all those residents come upstairs.
Make my bed inside? Yes! Oh god.
Can you figure out how to get up?
Yes.
She's right. Help her, Ness. Stairs!
Oh gosh. We're sleeping here!
Then you open the door.
Ew. And plus we have a window.
This is like an apartment, this is a loft. This is fully equipped for everything that you need to work, but also to stay.
We're watching movies.
I mean, if you want to stay, you open up the bedroom, and if you don't want, you close it off.
Thank you.
So in the end, Zoku is a crowdsourced product, right? And we keep asking the residents where the next Zoku should be. So what we created was a reward schedule for people who can help us with finding a new spot for Zoku. And either be in contact with a municipality or with a developer or an owner of a building that's been vacant for years now. I mean, in the end, this building was not the most attractive building of the city. It was empty, and also the area was not super attractive. And now we created a destination of it.
I have the feeling that this is almost like to me, like feels like a master class of how to use a rooftop in cities, because why we don't do this more?
Give me the buildings and we'll do it. I mean, it is nice to activate the top floor, right? And it's all about how to use the square meters in the most efficient and most valuable way.